choose.
Stop whining. Listen, being a bad bitch is an honor.
Sometimes I just want to sit down for 5 minutes without wearing a waist trainer.
Oh, this hoe trying to take deep breaths?
Yes!
Breathe when you die, honey, okay?
There's nothing wrong with being an okay bitch.
What?
Oh, this bitch done lost a man. As long as you're not a basic chick.
Okay, she found it.
There it is. There it is right there. I swear on my life. I search for new insight on how a woman may think on her day-to-day process
We're giving it to you.
of being a queen. And I found it, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to know how a woman thinks, especially a black woman, then you could tune in to the creator, executive producer, writer, and star of a Black Lady sketch show, which is Fridays, 11 p.m. HBO. I invited her on the show this morning. The one and only Robin Thede is here.
Hey! It's so good to be back.
First African-American woman head writer.
Yep.
Not even just woman, or is it just?
No.
Okay. Woman head writer of late night TV.
Yeah. That was me. I did that.
You did that. And now you got this crazy show that's amazing to watch. It's comedy in a way from a lens I've never really seen it.
No one's ever seen it. It's the first time in history. It's another first. Black women have never had our own sketch show.
Why not?
I don't know. Isn't it about time?
I think so.
I think when the trailer dropped in July, people were like, this is everything I never knew I needed. You know? And it's like, you don't even realize that black women haven't had this like major presence in sketch comedy. Because you think about it in Living Color, and Kim Wayans was there. And, you know, we had our people there. We've had women on SNL. But when you see this, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted.
This is what I wanted.
Yeah.
Robin Thede. And then the other thing is, man, I just never knew the problems of being a bad bitch.
It's
like,
very difficult.
Oh, my Lord.
I didn't know
It's so hard.
So stressful.
Yo.
It's so much upkeep. I don't know how they do it. I am definitely not a bad bitch. I'm not a basic bitch, but I'm an okay bitch. I be doing it. Like, I put in some ponytail for you, you know. But like, I don't. Like, I need to get my nails redone. Like, they get their nails done every other day.
That's what a bad bitch does?
A bad bitch wakes up, does 2 to 3 hours of makeup and hair, puts on something super tight, and walks around in 5-inch heels all day. A bad bitch, I don't know how they do it.
I didn't know bad bitches didn't really breathe all day.
Bad bitches don't breathe.
You
got to have a waist trainer. You can't take deep breaths. You could take a shallow breath.
Okay.
You trying to take deep breaths, you're not a bad bitch.
That's not a bad bitch.
Yeah, you're not
thank you,
doing
Robin Thede. I mean, you guys are tackling
Not
issues.
the applause.
No, this is a big deal. Because you got Angela Bassett to curse
crazy.
in a skit.
I know.
How the hell you get Angela? That's the classiest woman ever to hit the screen.
She is a queen, and she is the OG bad bitch, though. And I said that with all due respect. Like, to me, bad bitch is a compliment, right? Yeah. Bitch on its own is a separate issue.
Okay.
But bad bitch, you a bad bitch, you win it, right?
Yeah.
So we asked her, Issa Rae, who's executive producing on the show
We love
with
Issa.
me.
She's a citizen of Sway in the morning. Love Issa.
Yeah. She and I were like, okay, you think we can get Angela Bassett? Because that's who we wrote this in mind for, right? And we're like, just send it. And I was like, okay, let me send like an email along with it and be like, we love you, queen, and this will be so amazing. We know you can be so funny. No one ever gets to see her be funny. She immediately was like, yes, when and where.
Just like that.
Just like that.
You emailed her or her people?
I'm sure it went to her people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't
That's
have.
A bad bitch got people.
You know,
you can't just email a bad bitch.
No, you can't
That's
just
like
email.
shooting a DM on Instagram. That don't work.
No,
does it?
No, we're not friends like that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so but she responded immediately and was so ready to do it. And then I was like, okay, now we got to get her in a bodycon dress. And she was like, yeah, okay, great. But then I forget, her body's so ridiculous. Not to like objectify her.
You was checking out Angela Bassett?
Who wouldn't?
Thank you.
She's goals.
Yeah.
If only my body could look like that one day. She's 60, about to be 61.
Damn.
Woo!
Goals right there. She looks amazing.
She looks amazing. And she's so kind. She's so brilliant and such a prepared actor. She knew all her lines, obviously. That sounds like a small thing, but a lot of times on these shows, people don't come prepared. Yeah. But she was more than just knew her lines. She had developed this character. She knew what she wanted it to be. And for anybody that's seen it, there's a twist in the end. And she's actually an op for Fashion Nova, and she's in there actually trying to keep us stuck in this bad bitch life.
Yo.
She's an op.
Yo, I'm just happy to see this show happen.
Yeah.
You know, a Black Lady sketch show. And there's been so many amazing comedians, women of color, black women who've done amazing things. Monique is one that comes to mind. She's an icon.
Wanda
Sykes. And with that said, man, there's something I want to do. Okay, Whoopi
I didn't know
Goldberg.
how long we were going on the list.
No. Hold up. We got something that we prepared
you gonna fuck
for
up
you.
the game.
Shit, sorry.
Okay, and the game is called
Battle of the Best.
Okay.
You're rich, you're famous, and you're probably pretty good at what you do.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.
But we want to know who you would pick between the greatest matchups of all time. It's the Battle of the Best on Sway in the morning.
That boy is good.
There it is. Robin Thede is here. HBO on Fridays, 11 p.m. Check out our show, Black Lady Sketch Show. And it is just our way of just putting light on some of the greats, you know.
Absolutely.
And then so we're going to ask you to pick two at a time.
Okay.
Okay, so you're not putting anybody down. We just want to see you're going to pick two at a time.
Okay.
Match them up head to head.
Oh, God.
And who you
Okay, all right. So I have to say who's better?
Well,
in your own way,
it's just, you know. However you
I know a setup when I see one.
Who's the baddest bitch? You know,
okay, Joan Rivers. I like that. Who's the baddest bitch?
You like
I like that version.
That's a safe one.
Joan Rivers, definitely a bad bitch. She was definitely a bad bitch in her time. And Wanda Sykes. Okay, so I got to give it to Wanda Sykes because that's my girl. And we tried to get her on this season of a Black Lady Sketch Show, and she was too busy taping her amazing special. I don't know if you guys saw it. Not Normal. It's so good.
It's hilarious.
So I'm going to give it to Wanda Sykes because she's my friend and she could text me. But Joan Rivers is a bad bitch, though.
Well, what made Joan bad, you think?
Yo,
her
Joan
quick
Rivers,
wit?
her quick wit, but also if you watch her old stuff, right? She was friends with Flip Wilson and she fucked with black comedians way before other people did. And she also came out and was self-deprecating right away.
Yeah.
And she was like, I know how I look. I know I'm gangly looking and crazy looking, but you're going to get these jokes. And I really appreciated that about her.
Okay, there you go. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Like
You're doing
early
good.
Joan.
Robin Thede, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, here we go. Margaret Cho, love her. Come on, Asian comedians, represent.
Rep the Bay.
First of all, she had to represent for so long by herself until Ali Wong came along. Shout out to Ali Wong.
Ali's killing it too.
Oh, and Monique. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
obviously I have to choose. I'm just choosing the black people. Monique. But Margaret's a bad bitch in her own way. And she got mad tats. I like that. I like all her tattoos.
But Monique is Monique.
But Monique is Monique. And Monique is an original queen of comedy. And she's, I don't care, like, whatever problems people have with Monique or whatever, it's like, I said this on my late night show. Pay these people their money and pay black women their money.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't care. I know whatever for is problematic or whatever. Some people
problematic.
say.
She just wanted what's fair.
She wants what's fair.
That's it. Yeah.
And I respect anybody who's been hustling as long as she has. She's been out here for decades.
Yeah.
Decades. And I mean, you think about all the stuff she's done, right? Acting, awards,
Producing.
Oscars, and producing, writing. So, gotta give
Monique.
it to her.
Okay,
gotta
cool.
give it to
That's
her.
fair
One more?
enough. Yeah, let's do one more. You're doing pretty good at this, Robin.
Lucille Ball.
Oh,
come
shit.
on. I love
Yeah.
Lucy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wow. You know who's going to win. If it's somebody black, I'm picking the black person.
Let's see who you get.
This game is just stacked. I'm sorry. Oh, my God. Who's it going to be? Are these all women?
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg! Come on. First of all, let me tell you. Okay, so Lucille Ball was a bad bitch. You know why?
Why?
She started her production company, Desi Lou, and with her husband, obviously at the time, but Desi Arnaz. But she owned her property before any other woman owned her property. She owned all that stuff. Her and Desi Lou Studios,
all of that. Yeah,
produced their own program and owned their stuff before any other women did. So that's dope.
And then they had Little Ricky too.
They did.
That was big. She did all that.
She did all that.
While raising Little Ricky.
You're right.
All right. Okay.
So Whoopi Goldberg, though. Whoopi Goldberg was the first black woman I ever saw doing comedy. Ever. So that was, I saw like
comic relief stuff?
Yeah, comic relief. I was really little, but my dad would let me watch it. And then, and I was named after Robin Williams, which is crazy, right? Because that was Billy Crystal, Robin Williams, Whoopi Goldberg. And then I remember I saw her one-woman show on PBS. They were showing it.
Yeah. I remember
from the stage version of it. And when she put that towel on her head and was acting like a white girl, I died. And I was like, oh, okay, well, this is what I'm going to do for a living. I'm going to play characters. I'm going to do what she's doing.
At what age was that? When you made that decision?
Oh, my God. 6?
Damn. You were a precocious child. You start writing jokes at 6. You a bad bitch.
Oh, you can't call a child a bad bitch. Come on.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, all
I was a little 6-year-old bad bitch.
6-year-old bad bitch.
She sounds so wrong, but so funny.
Oh, my gosh. Yo, you've done so much. You work with so many different people. From I actually we did a show together. I actually came on the Larry Wilmore show.
Hey,
come on, man!
You
I was
were so good.
Was I?
You were fantastic. You were one of the best guests we had. Not even kidding.
You ain't gassing me because you're
not
on
at
the
all.
show. Okay.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay,
you were so good.
All right.
But here's the thing about you. You know what to do on television, obviously. But obviously, you also have a lot to say. And you think about things before you say things. And the gag with that show was people would just try to do jokes and be funny. But if you could say something and be funny at the same time, I was the best kind of guest for that show.
Oh, shit. Damn, y'all never had me back.
Well,
all right,
we got canceled.
Okay.
So.
Oh, yeah, that's so. I knew something happened. I didn't know. I didn't know what had happened, but I knew something had happened.
The number you were trying. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right. Has been disconnected.
If you'd like to make a call.
Yeah, there you go.
Shit, still going. Tell me something about some of your milestone moments that you looked around and go, "Oh shit, I'm writing for the White House Correspondents."
Yeah, that was a big one. That was a big one because Michelle Obama was like, okay, so I was the first black woman, I think the only still, to be a head writer for the White House Correspondents Center. Wanda obviously hosted, and was amazing. But yeah, so we're backstage. I wrote for Larry Wilmore, obviously, and so when we were backstage, we were about to meet the president and the first lady. And when I say the president, I'm only referring to Barack Obama.
Okay.
Just to
That's
be
where
clear.
it all stopped for you.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
There has been no president since.
Okay.
So we go backstage, and Larry introduces me to the first lady, and she says, "Oh, so nice to meet you." And he says, "This is my head writer. Like, she wrote a lot of these jokes, da da da." And she puts her finger on my chest, and she's like, "You better be funny. It better be funny. Let me tell you, you better bring it then." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, Michelle Obama, okay."
Yo.
And then I was like, "I love it. Come on, Southside."
Yeah.
And then afterwards, she was like, "Y'all brought it. That was good."
Damn.
So yeah, it was dope.
Is Michelle,
that was a milestone.
I feel this is almost sacrilegious to say this, but
What?
Is Michelle Obama a bad?
No.
Yeah.
You can.
She is. You don't
can
have
you
to
say that?
it.
Can you say that?
I don't think I'm gonna say it, but I feel inherently that she is.
She's a bad one.
But see, for me, the term "bad bitch" is a compliment because it can mean a lot of things, right? It can mean that you're the top Instagram model, but it can also mean that you're just killing the game. Mm-hmm. And she is definitely killing the game.
She's killing the game.
I remember when, is this bougie? We was at the White House. Remember me, you, and Kelly? Remember we saw Michelle?
Yeah, we was right there. I was at that correspondence dinner you wrote for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, we were in that motherfucking.
That was so fun.
Crazy.
Didn't it feel like we could go to the White House back then?
Yeah, it
Well, I
did.
mean,
It felt like you could just
Yeah.
show up unannounced and knock on the door. Yeah,
I was there 3 times during that presidency. That's crazy. I had no business being there.
Did you
like-
just stun on us though? Like I was
me
there.
and
3
O sitting over here like, I don't remember none of that shit.
Yeah,
Not more than 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, it's really hard being famous, but
It's difficult.
It's all right.
Yo, the White House correspondent, like the food in that mug was incredible.
was it good? I didn't eat. I was
not?
nervous. I was like, are these jokes gonna land? Excuse me.
You look great.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I ate. I made
what did
sure.
you eat? Do you remember?
Did I have Kiyomi with me that one?
No.
Oh, that's.
Was it
I
like
went
chicken
to the
or like some fish?
Quail.
I ate
Quail. Ooh, that sounds like a rich food.
Okay, yeah. I
never had a
I ate a
quail.
lot of the desserts too.
You had
Exotic
quail?
bird. No.
What's quail taste like?
Duck.
Duck.
Chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it tastes like chicken.
Duck don't taste like chicken. Duck is greasy.
Dark
I don't
meat.
like duck.
I don't like duck either.
Before you hold on, I'm gonna make sure we talk about this show. I don't know how we got on duck. What are some of the topics that a Black Lady sketch show is gonna hit that you feel like?
Yo, everything.
Okay.
Everything. So the great thing about this show is what I wanted to do is have a narrative sketch show. So you're going to see, what does that mean? That means like characters come back. You get to see them. Trinity, the invisible spy from week 1, you may see her again.
Okay.
But there's a lot of characters that you get to check in with through the season. But I wanted to make it about Black women living these grounded experiences, but in like a magical reality. So like in that invisible spy sketch, you know, she's a spy who's so good because of her regular looking face. Nobody notices her, right? But then there's like these crazy stunts and, you know, she's got to go through lasers and then she's got to double dutch through the lasers and like just shit that you're like, okay, only Black women can do that. But it's really just like a Jason Bourne spy thriller. You know, so what you're going to see on the show is like, it's not like we're tackling certain topics to say a bunch, but we do say something through our interpretation of how we do the comedy. So you're going to see spy thrillers, you're going to see horror movies, you're going to see musicals, you're going to see everything that you would see on any other sketch show, but with black women's point of view. Our whole writer's room is black women. Our directors are black women. Our head writers are black women. Our cast is black women. Like, we just came to saturate all the comedy with all of that black woman goodness.
And here's the best part, too. Well, not the best part. The other thing is you don't have to be a black woman to enjoy it.
You don't.
Yeah, like anybody. I sat and laughed
the
whole time. The people I was with when we was watching some of the sketches were just laughing. It ain't even about that.
It's not.
It's just here's a new perspective that you should be aware of, right?
That's right.
Okay.
And we just take left turns out of everywhere. Like, the sketches are crazy. Like, who knew Fashion Nova was running the Bad Bitch Support Group? You know? And that's like a very specific joke for us. But anybody can get it. And that's just black people lead the culture, right? In music, in comedy, in everything. We lead the culture. We lead the way.
Yeah.
So when we do that, people will follow along and they'll get on board. And if you don't know what a her tap is, you'll figure it out. But the thing is, we made up that phrase for this character I play on the show, which is a female hotep. But people are like, oh, I didn't know what that was. I'm glad y'all told me. I'm like, yeah, you didn't know what it was because we made it up. But, you know.
But just so you can make up your own shit and people follow it.
And that's what's great about it. I think that we get to kind of set the bar for what comedy can be and challenge these other shows, not only to include black women tokens in their casts, but also making them have authentic experiences in comedy, making them play three-dimensional characters, like getting black writers to write for them so that they can really, really, flex their comedy muscles.
Absolutely. And it's hilarious. You do an excellent job. And the way you got so many Ashley Nicole Black, Gabrielle Dennis,
Quinta
Bronson. You have so many amazing
They're
people.
So good.
They're incredible.
Yeah, and they're crazy guest stars.
Yes.
Crazy. Angela Bassett, Loretta Devine, Patti LaBelle, Amber Riley, Asia Naomi King. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Amada was on there, right?
Amada.
Yeah, she was on
Amada La Negra. Yep, she's
What's that song we like?
Insecure.
Hey.
Damn,
Quick.
Damn,
Quick.
I mean,
How many times you saw that video?
Couple times.
Yeah?
Couple times.
Okay, cool.
She's stunning. Let me tell you, in person, she's even more beautiful and so nice, so down to earth. She's dope.
Yeah,
He's like, I don't care about all that.
Okay,
She looks great.
She's very intelligent.
Lick my lips.
Okay,
Stop
damn.
it.
Come on, OQ.
Stop
man.
it.
Come on, respect the queen.
She's
all
great.
Right. Chevy's on the line from Fayetteville. What up, Chevy?
What's going on, Sway?
Oh.
How everybody doing in the building? I've been trying to get through for a minute.
Hey.
What up, Chevy? What's popping with you?
I've been watching Sway since, I would say MTV. I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 85, B.
Oh, snap. Okay, damn.
Yes,
Word. All right.
Uncle Carl Jones.
Yo, that's love, Chevy.
Appreciate it, man. My Uncle Carl Jones, he produced the Boondocks.
I know Carl. I worked with him on In the Flow with Affion Crockett. I know Carl real well.
You already know. That's
Yeah.
Uncle B.
Love him.
I just want to give a shout out, and I want to say, as far as we talking about female actresses, I would like to say Regina King. She showed it in the Boondocks.
Yo, she's a beast.
You got to get her on the show.
I tried. She was very busy shooting Watchmen. We're going to get her season 2. She promised me season 2.
Okay.
If we get a season 2, somebody write to HBO.
Hey, Chevy, tell your uncle that when I did the Boondocks, those particular episodes were some of the highest rated.
Hey, there you go.
So
give him the stats.
Yeah, all right. You say that.
You know, he was Thugnificent. He had that thug.
Yeah, now we return to Thugnificent. Yeah, come on, man. I still know the script. Come on. To Sway with my inexplicable head wrap. Come on.
No, man.
Got it. But tell him I love his kids. Carl used to live in the same area as my daughter and her mother live. Very humble.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's the best guy. But tell him I'm trying to do that remake on Boondocks. Let him know. Okay, if he's involved. Okay.
I want you to know that he came out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, along with Affion Crockett.
Yep.
So I don't want nobody to forget. They came out of Bear Rock, bro. We came out of the slumps.
Okay,
that's right.
So she just got gangster. All right, Chevy. Thank you. Shit, we don't forget.
Let him know.
What's going to happen if we forget? TV felt threatened. Robin, love you.
I love you.
Keep going. I think this show is so important.
Thank you.
We don't hear enough about the backstory of black women in comedy.
Yeah.
That's the doc. I met some people who are actually doing a doc about that.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. They're doing an independent thing about
that's
that. Dope. But we totally 110% support what you're doing.
I appreciate
your
y'all.
movement and how you're doing it. So anytime you need this is your show. Anytime you're in New York, okay?
Okay, cool. I got a hot 16.
Okay,
Can I get
ready?
a beat?
Drop a beat.
No, do not drop a beat.
No, that's cool. We got one. You sure?
No.
No, hold on.
I
One to
shouldn't
drop
have
it.
said
You
it.
sure? There you go.
No.
Oh, Robin Thede on the mic.
Hey.
You in the Valley of the Hyenas. Sway the Morning, Shade 4-5, the Black Lady Sketch Show. Yo, Robin, drop them bars. Wait a minute, hold on.
Oh, my mic's not working. Crazy.
Right there.
Oh, my mic broke. They didn't hear any of my bars.
right, damn.
Oh, shoot, it's on camera.
Damn.
I played myself.
Kind of. But yo, we still love you, Robin Thede. Hey, how can people reach you?
People can reach me. I'm on Twitter at Robin Thede, Thede, Robin like a bird.
Thank you.
And on every platform.
Continued success.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all killing it. Y'all hold it down for us.
Absolutely.
So hard. I appreciate
Listen,
it.
we're trying. We're definitely trying. If you have any men on your show, let us know. Okay, cool.
Couple. We'll get a couple.
We'll get a couple? Okay, Preacher Lawson is up next. He's a comedian.
He's on the show.
Yes. Preacher Lawson's on your show?
Yes. He's in a sketch.
Okay, well, he's up next. 888. Where is he? He outside?
He's right outside.
Bring him out. Come
Yeah,
on,
he's
bring
in
him
a
in.
sketch
Come on.
with me.
Come on, hold on.
Told you there was a couple dudes.
Okay, watch this. Preacher Lawson is here. He's at Caroline's tonight and tomorrow on Sunday, 7:30 and 10 p.m.
I loved him on AGT.
Yeah. AGT. Here he is, man. Season 12 American Talent. Preacher Lawson is here. Here he is. He's here. Preacher, what up, baby?
Hey, I'm chilling, man. How you doing?
I didn't even shake my hand.
I'm sorry, man. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. I just, look, man, I'm in shock right now. I can't believe I'm here right now.
He said, I thought I recognized you. You're on my show.
I know, but I seen the side of your face. I was like, man, the side of her face mad familiar right now. That's
I
cool.
was dressed funny, though. We can't tell them what I was dressed as.
It hasn't aired yet?
No, it hasn't aired. It won't air until episode 3, I think. It's coming up.
Okay, cool.
Did y'all know?
I seen your billboard in L.A. I thought it was pretty cool.
You got a billboard in L.A.?
I got mad billboards in New York, L.A. They all over the place.
Man, bougie.
Bad bitch in the house.
Bad bitch right here. Preacher, what up, man?
Hey, I'm chilling, man. I'm here right now.
You're here?
I used to watch y'all on YouTube. So
You watch us on, man, I watch you on AGT.
You lying. You didn't see me on
man,
AGT.
you don't think I watch you on
That's
AGT?
how I found
I don't think you watched me on AGT.
Okay, let me prove it to you. Watch this right here.
Okay.
Hello,
How you doing?
what's your name, please?
My name is Preacher Lawson.
And how old are you?
I'm 25. I'll turn 26 in 2 hours.
Hey, that was true.
And
25
what do you
anymore.
do for a living?
I'm a stand-up comedian, which means I'm unemployed and I do stand-up on the side.
All right, best of luck.
All right. I got a motorcycle. I don't like telling people I have a motorcycle because it tells someone they always got to tell me a story about how their friends crashed on a motorcycle. You know, like, why do people have to be so negative? I don't go up to pregnant women telling them my dad left. You know what I'm saying? It's so annoying.
Oh, shit.
Hey.
Yo, I
guy
heard,
is
you
so
know what's
funny.
funny about that joke? I don't go to pregnant people and tell pregnant women telling my dad. I heard that joke. I heard you say the joke, but I just caught a whole new vibe off that joke. Like I started laughing again at it, just in a different way. Preacher Lawson, see, I know who you are, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate that.
Are y'all just meeting for the first time?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I love it.
They said he's performing at Caroline's. We're real cool with Caroline's, and I saw his name at Caroline's, and I talked to one of the people over there. And was like, let's get him on the show.
No,
So I
he's the
appreciate
truth.
that. Yeah.
Let me just brag a little bit because that AGT is how I found him, and I was like, I wanted to get you on the show. I told you this.
Yeah.
But there aren't a lot of guys on the show.
Okay, yeah.
And I knew I wanted a place for established folks like Larry Wilmore, Deion Cole, but I also wanted folks like Preacher Lawson who deserved the shots to be on an HBO while he's still grinding and digging into his career and making something of himself. But obviously has the talent, obviously has the goods. We're so excited to have him on the show, and this is dope.
This is
Good to
dope,
see
right?
you.
He got the
appreciate
beard too. Look at
You
him,
seen
right?
that?
Yeah,
You
let's get
seen
that
that?
Preacher
I'm trying to
Lawson.
grow. I'm trying to use
Okay.
beard cream and stuff so it can like stay down. It's not all
Cannot have a
scraggly.
dry
Can't be
beard.
dry, right? Robin Thede, thank you.
Thank you so much, my friend.
Always good, man.
Always
good
love.
to see you.
Appreciate you.
Continue success,
Kelly, love you.
okay?